You're in the right place. You're listening to the Twisted Cupid. We are Twisted Cupid now. In fact, let me remix the song right now. Just ask. Twisted Cupid podcast. Damn straight we will. Twisted Cupid. Boop, 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 boo. Yes, you heard the man. Listen to Twisted Cupid podcast. We are live every single Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Thank you guys for being here. We are with the the camera got bumped over and you can't see me right now. Son of a fucking whore. I hate this. Just the tech shit has been killing me today. Anyway. We are live. This is the Twisted Cupid podcast. We are taking ridiculous dating questions from the wild animals on Reddit and from you guys in the chat. I am Jake Vevera. With me as always is Amy Liszka. She's co-hosting tonight. She's also the producer, waving there. But if you guys got any questions, any comments, put them in the live chat, man. We're live every single Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. But for right now, let's introduce our guests because we have a stacked house tonight, man. There is a lot of guests here. First up, he is a returning guest, a hilarious stand-up comic, the one, the only Joe Camerota. Thank you for being on the show.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Tell them where they can find you.
JoeCamerota.com, which I just launched, and if you go there, it's like a mini Amazon.
Nice.
I have one product that I made for Christmas, which is the Santa is Satan t-shirt, which I made.
Nice.
I wrote it on a t-shirt with Sharpie, and you can buy the original still.
Wow, like a mini Amazon.
How many have you
like
sold
a mini,
so far?
None. I launched this like 5 days ago, but this is literally the next big phase of Joe Camerota. I'm going to be signing my economists and selling them because I always throw out my old economists. And I think to myself, maybe some fans of Joe Camerota will want to have an economist.
That does make sense.
That was read by him and that's been signed by him.
I love that.
And I'm starting a t-shirt from because you can drop ship. I found out from t-shirt places. My brother told me about this. He's like, you don't gotta write on a t-shirt with Sharpie. He's like, there are companies that always drop ship t-shirts for you. So I'm starting a t-shirt which is Biden is the best 2024.
Oh, there you go. Because he's the anti-Santa.
He's the best for 2024.
There you go. There you go.
Wow. You have so many ideas.
So many ideas.
By the way, he asked where can they find you, and you just told him about places they could buy one t-shirt.
JoeCamerota.com. Also, I guess all social media. I mean, if you Google me, you'll find a lot of attempts that have failed, but they don't have to fail any longer. You can all show up to support. And
did you change your name for tax reasons? Is that why?
No, actually, yeah, kind of because I want to get paid now, like so I gotta show up as the guy who can collect money, and so. Yeah, so my legal name for that reason.
That's awesome, man. Why Santa is Satan? What's the story behind that?
Actually, man, I will tell you this, and this is one. When you look up Satan is Latin for the accuser, everyone. That's what Satan is Latin for the accuser. And there's a man every year that watches you and accuses you of being either naughty or nice. And that is Santa.
A.K.A.
Satan.
What do accusers do? They make lists of the accused.
Exactly, of the accused.
That's right. And they don't get presents.
Yeah, it doesn't say accusing you of doing bad. It says It says the accuser. That's what Satan means.
And
so
I've never
accusing you of good or bad. Santa.
That's right.
It's actually a anagram for Satan for that reason.
This goes even deeper than we thought.
We're changing the podcast now. We're going to just deep dive Santa Claus.
Yeah.
So the Santa is Satan t-shirt.
He was evil the whole time.
Anagram. his coat is red. There's a bit of a misdirection with him being at the North Pole instead of in fire.
That's a red herring.
That's a red herring misdirection there. Put about by the Christians.
Wow.
You know, and I've never read the Bible. I've just heard little parts of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like,
Jake, you're
Just
going down a hole
versus-
right now.
versus
Going
here and
down a
there.
hole.
I think it is weird that they have a fat man in a red pimp suit who gives people toys and, you know, to celebrate the birthday of like a skinny hippie from the desert. You know what I mean? Who was like a socialist and shit. It's just
Seriously,
weird.
it literally is the pagan version
Right?
of Christ, a.k.a. Satan.
I think so too. You know, you've sold me.
All right.
Wow.
Anyway, let's introduce our next two guests, man. Our second guest, he is a first-time guest to the show, another hilarious stand-up comic. We don't know his views on Santa Claus or Satan yet, but we'd love to hear them.
So hi, I'm David.
David Piccolomini.
Hi,
Yes.
hello.
David
Hi.
Reed on the show.
You can follow me at DPIC
Yes.
Comedy on Instagram.
Also, tell us more about that, but I'm going to switch. You guys are going to be on the same fader because this mic is so different than those ones that they're going to be set different, but keep talking.
I'll keep talking.
Okay.
So you can follow me at DPIC Comedy on Instagram or on TikTok at LitGrandma69. As far as Santa Claus goes, I grew up evangelical Baptist. So at the age of 5, my parents told me that Santa Claus doesn't exist because I had to focus on what was really important in the season, which was Jesus, a guy who totally exists.
You know who also exists?
Satan.
That's right. That's right.
I think you're the first person to figure out that Satan and Santa are the same letters.
Do you have
Oh,
anything-
dude, it's spelled almost the same, right?
It's an anagram.
Yeah, that's what an
It's an actual
anagram is.
Man.
Yeah, it's an actual anagram.
I think the devil.
Santa is a literal
Yeah.
anagram of Satan. Yeah.
That's right.
Jake
the devil
never
tricked
read the
people into-
Bible or took an English class.
Fucking A, right? You know, I've never actually seen Santa spelled before now, and it's blowing my
it's
mind.
I'm a linguistics expert, and because of that, I see the truth.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So let's introduce our third guest. She is a returning guest of the podcast, another hilarious stand-up comic, the one, the only Mindy Wirth. Thank you for being back on the show.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mindy Wirth. You could find me on Mindy Wirth at Instagram, WIRTH. I'm a nurse on my tax returns. So
There we
can find
go.
me at the hospital.
There we go.
Hey.
If
Uh-huh.
you're sick, hit me up. Okay.
I do like on your tax returns, like it's like a fake job.
Yeah, it's like a totally fake job. I know. I just like wipe asses and like do.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. All
There
my
we go.
stand up is at the bedside.
There we go. There we go. She, you know,
Wow, you have cancer. How cancerous is it?
she helps people with medical needs. She's the real hero, not this fake Santa Claus guy. This devil
Exactly.
dressed as a hero.
What hospital
Fuck
do you
Santa
work
Claus,
at?
dude.
I work for the one of the city hospitals now. I used to work in Sinai, and so yeah, it's pretty great. I love it.
Dude, the city hospitals
a
are
lot of
awesome, by the way. They get shit, but I will tell you what, man.
Yeah.
I've had nothing but great experiences there. The facilities aren't that nice.
Sure.
but good times.
Let me tell you, our taxpayer dollars are going to really good work.
They fast track
Aw.
you through shit there. They literally just tell you whether shit's going good or bad. They don't kind of milk it. Like if you have too good of insurance, they milk that. But
Yeah.
if you have shit insurance, they just tell you whether or not you're going to live or die really quickly.
That's
They
cool.
wanna- yeah,
That's cool.
right?
You know,
So
you're
you're
selling me on
telling
this whole
us
no
you
insurance.
don't
thing.
have insurance because you've been through this.
No, I have Medicaid because I'm a small business owner. And
Yeah, you guys ever heard about the Santa Satan business they got going on?
You ever heard about that? It's
My conspiracy theory
If you
LLC.
sell Satan T-shirts, you qualify for Medicaid.
There we
and
go.
Then, you get to have hernia surgeries on the New York City taxpayers' dime in a city hospital while students watch. But it's
Oh, there we
free.
go. There we go. And a few fucking pervs that paid a few extra bucks.
I
Hell
guess,
yeah.
That's their kink. They have medical kinks.
They, bilateral hernia surgery.
And mall Santas because they're pervs, too.
I love the idea that Medicaid is subsidized by a couple rich medical perverts.
Yeah.
Who love to watch.
Yeah, cut them open real
I'll donate
slow.
$1 million to let me watch. Guys, welcome to Medical Cooks.
Dr. Epstein will see you shortly.
They told me that. So, like, somebody told me that if you get the option to have students watch, you should do that because they do both a better and a worse job, but it's better overall. The reason they do a worse job...
They're like, what am I doing wrong here?
Well, the reason they do a worse job is they tend to, like, kind of do, like, anything they can do. Like,
Sure.
Like, when I got out of surgery, they were like, turns out you had 3 hernias. And I'm like, did I? You know what I mean? Like, part of me is like, or did you just need 3? Like, you know.
Right.
Yeah, which one is the bad hernia?
Do you
like,
you
we
assume
know
it's like
we only
car
told you had 2,
mechanic?
but it turns out you had 3. I'm like, or did you need one more example?
Right,
Is that,
right.
like, really,
You trying to
like,
make a thesis statement on me, right?
Are you
Yeah.
giving
But-
them car mechanic rules? Like they just like hand you back like they're like, we did the surgery. Here are a couple extra organs we found.
Yeah, well, I think
I hope they sounded like car
That's the
mechanics.
thing is, like-
Yeah, it looks like you need a few extra hernias.
Yeah.
You come in here for one, I'm going to give you 3, but I'm only charge you for 2. What's
so. It's
up?
like they can't kill you in front of the students, so that's the plus. But the negative is
Yeah.
they do a little extra work for educational purposes.
You used to
Get
be
a
able to...
discount for this?
And yeah, free. That's the whole.
Oh, nice,
you get
dude.
Medicaid literally. Goes,
Yeah,
we
Medicaid's like the
pay,
second best health
and
insurance in New York after like.
Dude.
whatever.
I literally showed up at the city hospital and there was like 100 students standing around ready to watch my surgery, and they're like, "Listen, do you want to be the one that gets watched?" And I'm like, "Yes, I do." For sure.
Fuck yeah, I want witnesses. I don't want to be
Exactly, dude.
medical mishandles.
Exactly.
I don't want to be malpractices on their
Like, have-
camcorers. Which,
have
oops, we
30
had a little
people
glitch in the
watching it.
cameras.
So this is a podcast about relationship questions.
Yes.
Okay.
We should get to those. First of all, shout out to the people in the chat. Hey, what's going on? Joel on YouTube, Joanne on YouTube, Matt on YouTube. Thank you guys for being here. Joel on YouTube says Santa is an anagram is actually a song by Rick Springfield. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he fucked
Rip it off,
Jesse's
Rick.
car.
Everyone, I stole that from Rick Springfield. That's where I stole that bit from. Just so you guys know.
Joanne just said that there were 4 people in the room.
I'll
for
pay
her-
royalties to Rick on.
No, so Joanne just said that there were 4 people in the room for her last annual PAP because of
There
the
you go.
students.
Yeah. They
She
were
lives in a
students.
college town, so a lot of people got to watch her pap smear.
These students were all in their early 50s, which was odd. But, maybe they were going back to school. Who knows?
They did donation based.
I would say it's because the doctor wanted to show off the best vagina she's ever seen. That's why.
Matt on YouTube says next thing you know, you're at the bottom of a fraternity prank. Yeah, I mean it's they're crafty devils. But anyway, without further ado, are you guys ready for your first question on Reddit? This is Twisted Cupid. We're gonna take our first questions from the Wild Animals.
Is that the
No, it's like
twisted iced tea?
Yeah, no, it's we're doing
It's Twisted
Cupid
Twisted
because it's
love
like
questions.
it's Cupid. He makes people fall in love, but he's fucking twisted in these cases because they're crazy questions. I don't know what the hell happened to my music, son of a bitch.
It got twisted.
It
Yeah,
got twisted.
it's
I have
okay.
twisted chords, but anyway, let's take our first questions from the Wild Animals on Reddit.
All right. Should I break up with my boyfriend for giving me a crappy Christmas present?
Yes.
It's, uh,
Thank you. That's what I
There we
said
go.
right away, too. I'm a 28-year-old female and who broke up with my boyfriend, who's a 38-year-old male, on Christmas Day after he exchanged gifts. I have a lot going on. I'm moving to a new house. I'm dealing with a new job position, and I'm still trying to catch up on what was going on with the past director. I set my alarm very early in the morning last week and took the time to buy him and his daughter, who's 16 years old, a present that they could enjoy.
Ugh.
To be fair, there's an income gap between us, but even a pair of affordable earrings could have made me feel happy because the house is a mess. I closed off the living room with curtains so that the stack of boxes and things wouldn't make the Christmas decorations look ugly. I made sure that the tree looked nice. I bought food that he likes, and I made myself look pretty for him. He arrived, and the first thing he did was make fun of my makeup. He also made fun of my Santa hat.
Like he sounds fun, and it's Satan hat, lady. We already addressed it.
I feel this is Joe showing up.
wow.
I do not believe in holidays, so
Especially ones run by the devil in disguise.
and I don't celebrate my own birthday. So
Fuck yeah, dude.
He laughed like I'm a ridiculous cartoon. We ate and we talked, and I gave him his presents, AirPods, which he loved, and pointed it out and put it on Instagram. His daughter got her presents from Hot Topic and stuff, and she was very glad, and she loved it. He took her back to her mom's house and didn't get back until like an hour later. And that's when the Christmas argument began. We were supposed to spend time together, but he came back 3 hours later because his mother had visitors and he wanted to catch up. He sat and watched TV and gave me zero affection. He gave me his present, which was a small wine bottle that I've seen marked at the 3 and 5 USD at the 7-Eleven.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah.
He brought her bodega wine.
And this is a
$5 mini bottle.
Yes, and this is the thing.
This guy rocks.
I'm not a drinker.
That's brilliant.
This guy. I want to buy him some wine, dude. I want to drink fucking bodega wine with this guy. He sounds fun.
No, it gets worse, you guys.
He doesn't care.
You guys, it gets worse.
It gets worse.
I know I wasn't at my best because he said because he said on my face that it had changed. He saw that my face had changed. He said he has a job. Wow. He could have gotten something actually thinking of me. I felt horrible when he said that he would give me an IOU. And that wait, and that the rest of his present was in his pants.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you get to have sex with him.
I ignorantly thought.
To be fair, it does fill out a whole stocking. It really is. It's a hell of a gift.
I assure you
It was a cock wedding. He had a cock wedding
honestly,
ring.
I assume this guy might have a huge cock if he's acting this
Oh,
way.
you better
Because
with shit like that
right?
going on.
Because you have to literally be like, no, bitch. There's a line. Like, there's a line. That's why I brought 7-Eleven wine here.
You better be.
Because
Yeah,
there's a line of pussy.
that's right.
Because if there's not a line of pussy, there's
Yeah. He better be swinging Thor's hammer down there.
She's not done, you guys.
Okay.
She's not done.
No,
So,
this woman has a lot.
I ignorantly thought that it was some kind of game. Maybe he hid a small gift inside of his pants. Nope. I was just supposed to take his boy parts as a gift. I was furious. It was cheap, and even though I'm a very sexual, it wasn't sexy. I felt vulgar. I asked him to leave and thanked him for giving me the worst Christmas and took back my present. I cried after he left. And then when he texted me, I broke up with him and blocked him. His siblings even have been trying to reach me. I've blocked them also. One of them accused me of being materialistic and shallow. And also said that not everyone has a fancy job and that I'm unfair for expecting a certain level of gifting.
That's right.
And that is all.
I will say the only reason I think this is all right in the whole is because, one, she lost the guy who I don't think was that into her anyway, and two, she took the earphones back. So the iPod.
No, she just gave him his present back, which was the.
I thought you said she.
Oh, I thought she took back.
Oh, did she?
She was too good to drink
Maybe I read that
wine.
wrong. Hold on.
I thought it was that she took back.
You
the
guys
iPod,
talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna read this.
I love that they're.
As long as you take back the AirPods, it's like, okay, bye. Now I have AirPods.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and like, kind of.
That's the move.
It's just like not no loss, but it's like. Bad people are out there.
Sure.
You're better off without them.
Right.
Things of that nature.
This guy's not great. He's not
I
great.
love your advice is bad people are out there.
I have met them. I have, and
I've drank bodega wine with them.
I have, honestly, probably.
I spent $3 to $5 getting drunk with them.
I probably have.
Dude, that cheap wine gets you fucking trashed, too.
Oh, that guy had clearly given up because he was like.
Oh, yeah.
Also,
You know what's so funny?
She's so like. Even in this Reddit comment, she's so. You could just tell she is a lot as a person.
Yeah.
She's like,
I think he's
here
sick of
is
her.
all the evidence I have raised against it.
Like she could have cut all of that out. You're right, man. She gave us all of this. She gave us a whole War and Peace length fucking thing for where she could have got. You believe this piece of shit bought me bodega wine for Christmas, and I bought him
fuck
earpods.
That guy.
Yeah. This could have been a tweet, and we would have been on her side. But all of the extra fat makes me think that there's a little something. I think she was driving him nuts. And he's like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy this skank bodega wine. Fuck her. I'm tired of her chatting my ear off and annoying me.
Joanne just said he was trying to dump her.
Yeah, right. Like that's a fuck you for sure.
I
Yeah,
think he was phoning it in for some posts.
Yeah.
Like we're alluding.
Wait, did he get earphones out of it, or did he?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
She didn't take him back.
She took back the wine.
No, she gave him the wine.
She gave him the wine.
Okay.
Yeah, because
she gave him the wine, but she took back the AirPods.
No, she just.
What did she take back?
She just gave back the wine.
I don't know.
gave back the
probably
wine.
read it wrong.
No, she gave back the wine.
She gave back the wine. His gift.
So he got the wine and
Yeah.
Wow.
He got the
this
fucking-
guy made off like a bandit, dude. This guy got.
And he didn't even have to give the second half of his
He
gift.
got those AirPods, then he got to walk home while drinking a bottle of cheap wine.
Question. What do you think was the first song he played on those earpods while drinking his bodega wine? I'm thinking something Jimmy Buffett. I think I say he is a grieving parent head, and he's listening to Jimmy Buffett on his Christmas present while drinking his girlfriend's Christmas present, and he's just fucking singing along to it. He's having a great Christmas.
It's just CeeLo Green's "Fuck You."
I hope he had weed.
Oh yeah.
I hope. Here's the thing. I'm not a strip club guy. I'm not. But I was in a previous lifetime.
Sure.
And I hope he is that guy right now. Does this make sense?
No, that guy doesn't have money. That guy is scamming at strip clubs too. That guy is not.
He's using Monopoly
that
money.
Dude sucks at strip clubs. 1,000%.
He's getting private dances for counterfeit pills.
Okay, I have actual
you're
advice.
Right about that. He's drinking wine.
If you want,
I hope he joined Tinder Plus.
Oh yeah, dude.
So, Mindy, I feel
I
like
hate to do this. I'll be right back.
on the same page. I feel like gifts is very telling where you want to go with your relationship.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This guy totally sucks. He will never help you with anything. I mean, this is like already Christmas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's got a 16-year-old. Like, this is why he's divorced with a 16-year-old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy sucks all around. And
He's divorced with a 16-year-old.
Yes.
she bought presents
Yeah.
for a 16-year-old daughter.
Well, we
yeah.
don't know if he was divorced.
Wait. That is, and I'm going to tell you why that changes the whole game.
Wait, we don't know if he's divorced. He could have knocked someone up, and he just has a 16-year-old.
okay.
Either way.
Yeah,
But he
sucks.
He was
Yeah.
just supposed to drop the daughter off, and it was just supposed to take an hour, but ended up taking 3 hours because he wanted
he
to
was
catch
dropping
up.
his 16-year-old daughter off?
At
Yeah,
his
'cause
baby mama's house, and then he went to his mom's house.
And then he
dropped her off
wanted
at the
to
mom's
catch up
house,
with the
yeah.
relatives, so he took longer. So they obviously like him if he's sitting there talking with the relatives.
Okay, I need to tell you something about men is that once you have a child and then a woman leaves you or whatever happens, but you have a child and then other women come along, you don't really feel the need to fill that void anymore because you already have a person that's going to hold your hand when you're dying. And as a dude, I hate to say it, man.
Yeah.
Dudes aren't.
I'm not gonna-
Maybe women are different, and maybe some dudes are different. But I can speak for myself.
Do you have a kid?
personally? No, I don't. What I'm saying is, if I had a kid,
But his hypothetical kid he's talking about. He's talking about his fake kid, bro.
If I met a lady and we had a kid, and then all of a sudden that lady leaves me.
Yeah.
And I had 1 or 2 kids with that lady, I'd be like, oh, I'm not going to get remarried. I already have a kid. I already have someone who's going to care about me on my deathbed. Fuck dating.
As
ever
long as you
again.
do a
You know
good
what I
job.
mean? Like,
I get
like,
it.
I would literally just
So your
phone that shit
argument
in.
is-
In my mind, he already has a posterity. Does
I
this
mean,
make sense?
No.
Like,
To me,
I
it
get,
does.
Why
To
did you
me,
say
that
here's the
shit
thing
does.
about men?
I get what Joe's saying.
There's a type of man, dude.
I'm just saying he raises
get
his
it.
hypothetical kids in a certain way. You know what I mean?
I do.
Yeah.
Once you felt the love of a hypothetical daughter,
Dude,
Yeah.
well,
you have
no,
no
it's
need
it's
for these
it's
skags.
It's just
But these
one-
skags who
it's
just want to
because
suck
here's
your
the
dick.
thing. No, either way.
The kid's hypothetical mother was a real cunt. You know what I mean? So like he's not putting up with that again.
Either way, you're gonna die alone. Is you die with
I
just
mean-
you and God. So what I'm saying is once you
Nah,
did all
it's me,
the
Santa, and Satan.
Yeah, dude. Getting Satan presents.
once you
Bro.
do all the things, once you try to find love, then you have a child, and you have a posterity. You just go, I did it. If God wants to make me happy after that, that's God's business.
Here's
you
the
know
thing.
what I mean?
As a
Like,
broke dude,
literally-
it's not that hard to come up with good Christmas presents while being broke.
Oh, that's fine.
No,
Yeah.
you can do it.
You can write a letter.
That, write a letter?
I mean,
Women love that, dude. If you write a handwritten letter, like a multiple page handwritten
just showed
letter,
some
oh my
effort
God.
of just like
You can give a chocolate bar with that letter after that. Dude.
Right.
I mean,
cook a
like,
really good meal,
Cry.
something.
I have
Yeah.
really terrible handwriting. That's why I
Good
assume.
Lord, dude.
Right.
Mindy,
yeah.
what do you got? What do you got, Mindy?
I agree
Everything.
with what Joe's saying 100%. Like, I don't have any kids, but like, I know that like the father of my cats will totally be there when I'm like dying. You know what I mean? Like, he'll be there on my deathbed, you know, at least just to take the cats.
Right.
Yeah. Like,
There's
I get
one thing
it.
we know about that guy. He loves pussy. So he'll be there.
I would like to
does.
die in secret, I think.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody there.
Oh yeah, exactly.
That's embarrassing.
You just,
I just want the
You
earbuds.
just want to
Yeah.
know that you had a child and that child loves you and they're
Yeah.
doing
It's
their
me
best somewhere.
and Andre
I
3000's
wanna-
Flute
I
album.
want to die alone of an overdose
Yeah.
in a hotel room, dude. Something like that, dude.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
fantastic.
it
Rockstar
won't be
shit.
a hotel room.
Yeah.
I just don't. I
wanna
even-
OD on a Ferris wheel.
I don't want to
Going high while getting high.
That's
nothing
right.
like that, dude. I just want to know someone loves me somewhere. That's fine. Dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I
weird
don't know.
thing-
I will say. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, the only red flag I see in this on the girl's part is that she's asking advice, but she already gave her advice. She's like, I want your advice. Am I a jerk for breaking up with him? Because I broke up with him. Fine. That's it. Case closed. And there's my story.
Oh, yeah. She's already, the way she's presenting evidence
Yeah.
is
So,
like,
I want
a
to go
lawyer.
around and ask for final advice from everyone, but I don't think she's going to take our advice, period.
No,
What-
but
You did the right
she
thing
did
by
the
getting
right
rid of the
thing.
guy.
Yeah.
Right.
So like, I think
Absolutely.
we're all in
That
unison
that
on
that
right? Like, you
raised
shouldn't,
that raised an interesting point. What's her actual question here? Because it seems like she's already.
She
Oh no,
doesn't
it's just an
have
airing of
one.
grievances
Doesn't have
She
one?
just-
on Reddit.
she's just
Yeah,
proving
an
that
airing of
she's right.
grievances.
Yeah, she just wanted to vent about this dude on Reddit. That's
She just
it
wants
seems like.
nerds to drop into her DMs and offer her some dick.
She wanted to
wow,
know-
that's so sad that's happening to you. I would never let that happen to you if you were my girlfriend.
Exactly,
Literally,
dude.
she
See,
said,
Like 3 states away, by the way.
If you're
too.
going
hey,
dick-
but they won't take a bus.
Hey,
They
will you
are-
show me
they're
a picture of
willing
your
to take a
tits?
bus.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're
They're
trying
I
to
live
meet
in Norfolk,
dude.
Virginia.
They will literally take a bus.
trying to meet dudes on Reddit is how you end up getting $5 bodega wine for Christmas in the first place. Like this, you got to start meeting guys in better. I'm not saying don't let guys white knight you, but let them do it in places better than Reddit, I guess, because it seems like that's her only
people on
purpose
Reddit
for
have
writing
money.
this, right?
writes, she actually writes, should I break up with my boyfriend for giving me a crappy present? That's the title.
Okay.
And then the very first sentence is, I broke up with my boyfriend.
Well, shit.
That's so.
I
don't-
guess she, in the middle of typing that whole long thing. To be fair, it was a novel length thing. So probably by Act 2, she'd already blocked him and all that.
yeah.
You know. And by the end of it, it was a completely different novel. It was a
That
completely
is
different
lots
question.
of Right, man. That's a fucking.
It was out there. It was out there. She won me over with just the, well, it was a $5 bodega wine and I got him earbuds, but she lost me with just how much she felt the need to fucking type about it, to where it's like, well, now you're showing how you're a little nutty too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no, this.
By the way, who doesn't love a good cheap bottle of wine
Fucking
every
love
once
it.
in a while,
Fucking
right?
love it.
You know what I mean,
Yeah.
right? Like you shit black the next morning
Uh-huh.
and shit
I
like
mean-
that.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
It messes with your
Christmas,
internal organs.
everybody.
Black the next morning.
Uh-huh.
It's literally
Black is
and then you have to-
Santa's
and then you have to
satanic heart.
Google whether you're dying.
I can't believe my girlfriend
you're
broke up
not.
with me just because I got her a giant jug of Manischewitz.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I mean, to be fair, she's so conscientious. She got the right gift. She got
Yeah.
for him and his
She
daughter.
killed it.
And that's why she writes so much. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
It's that kind of attention
I
to
could see-
detail.
Yeah.
this kind of this,
Okay.
he's never.
I
There are a
think-
lot of people out there who like they believe that Paul McCartney, like the love you get is equal to the love you give, and that's just not true.
It's
everyone,
not,
that's just literally if you
It's
have that
not.
attitude, people will step on you.
No.
Okay.
Draw boundaries in your life. Give love to people who give love back to you. If someone's not giving love back to you, just fucking cut them out, like you did, the lady.
The love you take is equal to the love you make. That's just something I tell women so I can cheat on them and they won't do it.
I think
Exactly,
we should do
yeah.
something different since there is no final advice for this question. I think we should just say A for if you're on her side
High
or
five,
nay
girl.
if you're on his side.
don't think I was on
Yay.
his
So,
side.
hey.
Hey.
I guess
So I'm on Bodega Man's side.
Yeah.
You did the right thing.
I guess
That's way too much
everyone
typing.
seems sad. in
That's
this
way too much
situation.
typing. I'm on this guy's side. It's because here's the thing. You mentioned that she was talking like a lawyer. I point this out once an episode. When in doubt, I err against the person writing the questions. Because A, this is on Reddit. These people are animals. B, this is a source by, for, and about them. Their personal Fox News, MSNBC, North Korean state-run news if they happen to inherit the whole country from their dad. So, she's doing a lawyer thing. She's doing a lawyer thing. This guy
That's so
didn't
true.
just buy a bottle of wine for a lady that doesn't drink. He bought a bottle of wine that's so bad that even if she did drink, she'd hate it even more because she'd know just how bad it was. This is worse than no gift at all. You know what I mean? Like a
This
$5
is-
bottle. He's going out of his way to say fuck you.
Yeah, this is a story he told to his buddies.
Uh-huh.
where
He
he's
laughed
like,
his dick off. He
He's like,
laughed.
if
And then
she-
the
if
other
she-
half of the
if she-
present was his
if she-
penis.
Yeah, right.
Put my dick in a bodega bottle of wine.
Thank God she didn't fuck him afterwards, because he would have told that story to his buddies.
Oh,
he
yeah.
would have been like, "Yo, man,
Gross.
this is how much she wanted
Oh,
my
yeah.
dick. She
Yeah.
fucking put up with it."
He was trying to get rid of her, dude. He was
A
trying to get rid of her.
bottle of water.
Chateau Diana.
Yeah.
Gross.
Remember
Because-
that book? I hope they serve beer in hell.
No, I never.
Yes,
You
I
don't
read
Tucker
it. No, I
Max.
read it. I
Yeah.
read it. I
Wow,
know.
you actually read that?
That was like a long
That was
time
like
ago.
a thing,
That was
dude.
like
That
a
was
boy
that
book
was an
back
epic
in the
thing
day.
in American
What was his
history.
name, Matt?
Tucker Max.
Tucker Max.
Tucker Max. He was like, yeah, he was
like- Yeah.
Down, dude.
See, I'm
What
not.
a
Real,
gross piece of shit.
Those guys exist, man.
Yeah.
I have no standards for alcohol, nor am I religious. So my book is, I hope they have bodega wine in hospice.
Aw.
You know, like that's kind of where I'm at.
All right. So are you ready to announce the second question?
Yes. Next question on the Twisted Cupid podcast. People, write your questions in to twistedcupidpodcast@gmail.com, or even better, ask them live every single Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We're going to take our next question from the wild animals on Reddit.
I love with the music. It just sounds like we're solving a crime in the 80s in LA.
Fuck yeah. Only way a good cop can do his job is to break the rules sometimes.
All right.
The law gets in my way.
That's right. There's no body cams.
This is actually a great podcast. This is a lot of fun. I could see you literally watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe,
Especially on
people.
YouTube.
Why not?
It's actually good.
Yes.
Dude, if you're at home playing World of Warcraft, like put this on. This is
Goddamn
great.
right.
Yeah.
Goddamn right.
My fiance says I'm gay because I wrote a fanfic where One Direction and I had sex.
Hell yeah.
no. Well, just tell her you go both ways. What?
Me, I'm a 26-year-old male. I have my new fiance who's a 26-year-old female. Since I've known her since high school, and we started dating 3 years ago. I proposed to her quickly since we've known each other quite well. I was one of the people in 2016 with a Wattpad, which is a website.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was, but it's a website for
never heard
music
it.
people.
No, it's like
Wattpad?
it's like a live journal-y kind of Tumblr
Okay.
adjacent fan fiction.
Okay, so he had a
People
Wattpad?
write
That's
ro-
disgusting.
Yeah,
Romance.
Webpad is what you use instead of tampons if you find them uncomfortable.
Sorry, Wattpad.
What?
Oh, Wattpad. Gotcha.
Sorry.
Gotcha.
Oh,
All right.
cool. A Wattpad. I wrote a pretty strong One Direction fanfic. I'm not a fan of the band. I don't even like their music, but those kids, but those kinds of books were quite popular at the time, so I wrote one. It was pretty epic, and I
don't like their music or nothing.
it was
I just wanted to fuck them in fantasy
It
land
was pretty
for other
epic
reasons.
and explicit book. I used my real name, for I was the protagonist.
I made him play Fleetwood Mac while I was raw talking to One Direction guys.
Like, this is as aggressive as I'll get, but for I was the protagonist, dude, you're gay. It's okay. You're allowed to be. It's like,
Oh yeah.
Wait.
that's
He
definitely-
goes into. He says.
Whilst.
Wait. He says in parentheses. I clarify that I'm a man, and the protagonist of the book is also a man. So that was his reasoning.
Yes.
Wouldn't he just, if he was really trying to be sneaky?
So wait, is this like he goes on like Scooby-Doo adventures with One Direction?
No,
and
he has
fuck? Like
sex
what's
with
the
them.
plot of the book? That's like That's what I'm confused about. You know what I mean?
Instead of solving the riddle, they fuck each other in a van.
That's like. I'm like, what's the plot?
No crimes are solved, but everybody comes.
Before I make a judgment, what is the plot of the book?
I fucked One Direction, and I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for your meddling kids.
Why are they fucking? Is it a Saw book and he's getting raped? Then he's not gay.
I mean, yeah.
It's just a Saw book that he hopes will get turned into a screenplay.
Hey, guys,
That
if you write a book about you getting fucked Saw style by the members of One Direction, even if in the book you're technically not gay, you're gay.
In my One Direction fuck book, you don't understand. The bad guy from Die Hard 3 is going to blow up a children's hospital.
Unless I get fucked by every member.
Bro, I got to have them all at the same time. I'm talking DP on both ends. One Direction, nothing. It was a lot of directions going on.
5 directions.
I was just
5 directions.
Like, what kind of sex were they having? Was it in one direction only, or like?
Yeah, we got more.
Both ways.
I see what you did there. Like it. All right, can I go on?
Yeah.
All right. I had my
This wasn't the
Google.
whole question.
He didn't even write a lengthy question, you guys.
Sorry.
Sorry, we got stuck at whilst I be the main character of this novel.
So who fucks him the best in the book? Does he say? I'll bet it's Zayn.
Zayn or Harry Styles?
Harry Styles.
I don't know all the people in One Direction.
I was like, I don't know.
I mean, Harry's
I
pretty
just know
He's
Harry
like the
because
Justin
he broke
Timberlake.
from the band.
God,
What?
I
He's
just
like their
know
Justin
Harry Styles
Timberlake.
or whatever.
this just
He's
put a
pretty
new
hot, yeah.
thing on.
He's like baby Mick Jagger.
We found
Yeah,
love
he
right
is.
where we are.
Hot.
All right, can I go on?
Oh
Are you guys
yeah.
gonna
Sorry.
Keep laughing
Sorry.
at this
Go
poor
ahead.
man.
Go ahead. No. It's his problems are serious.
I had my Google account linked to the Wattpad. Sorry. I had my Google account linked to the Wattpad, and I still have the email, but I had my Wattpad uninstalled. My fiance reads too much, both the physical books and also the Wattpad.
She reads too much.
So wait, your fiance is reading the fan fiction?
My wife, fucking book reader.
I also don't do well with literate women.
This is the most bully I've ever been. You're dumb and gay.
He's like the physical books. You know what? You have to turn the pages. The physical ones.
Who's the real homo? You book reader.
Yeah, I'm gay, but my wife fucking loves books. The fan. What is this guy?
He's the most homophobic gay dude there's ever been. He
so
should work at a
hurt.
conversion therapy camp. This guy's insane. Sorry, go ahead.
All right. Out of curiosity, I downloaded the app and logged in with the same account where I had written the book. The book was published and had quite a few views, and I
Fuck yeah,
reread it. My fiance grabbed my cell phone and saw that that I had a Wattpad and checked it. She noticed the book and started reading it. Now she says I'm gay because of everything I wrote there. It's
true.
Even thinking about breaking off the engagement since she thinks I'm using her to not come out of the closet. What do I do now? Sorry for my English. It isn't my first language.
Okay, by the way, it's so
I
funny.
don't know why that made it so much funnier when I just did.
Okay, it is really funny to pick. Well, what?
He's
He
getting the
wrote
words
this
wrong in the
book.
book.
You know what?
He
You know
wrote
what's
a
interesting?
book.
You know what's interesting?
He wrote a book. We've
When
never
you-
written a book.
This is what I'm saying. Is when you write a book where you're fucking all the dudes in One Direction.
By the way, it's really funny to picture that music under it.
I know, dude. That was it was just on shuffle. It was perfect.
Instead of just Googling like that fan fiction porn where like people are like dressed like band, like boy band,
Right.
One Direction or Backstreet Boys. Instead of Googling that, you're writing a book, which is a very long way to go to not be gay.
It's really going on your way. He took the detour route on that one. He could have just beat off to One Direction and no one would ever be the wiser.
No, it's not the same. You have to get fucked by One Direction to really.
I have to make a literary fucking work of me banging One Direction.
Also,
man.
that should be a this whole thing should be a sentence for one of your friends. Just have any friends.
Yeah. I
Like-
mean, if you would have explained this to somebody, they would have been like, well, dude, you have to come out of the closet now. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not shaming you. Like, there's nothing wrong with being gay, but like, dude, you wrote a whole book about getting fucked by One Direction.
By the way, how old is One Direction, by the way?
They're
2016.
Yeah, they've been out for a little while, right?
So they're like adults,
5 years.
right?
Yeah.
They were big
Oh, yeah,
in
they're adults.
2016.
Yeah.
But now the band's
Harry Styles,
broken
he's the
up.
guy that looks like Mick Jagger, and he's
It's
like
also
non-binary
such
and
a funny thing where he's like, I don't even like their music.
That's
So
the
it's
craziest.
just
Yes,
'cause you think they're beautiful.
yeah,
I don't-
because he could have written it off before, like, well, yeah, I'm just a huge fan, like he didn't even do that. He can't even do that. He can't even do that.
I've never had a school assignment where it's been like, oh, gotta write a book where One Direction fucks me.
What the hell kind of college course is this?
I feel like
Do I get extra credit for this? At least it seems
In
like
a weird
this is
way.
algebra class. What the fuck are we doing here?
it's like I feel like it was his way of trying to become famous. He thought he was going to write this fanfic because he was like, they were popular then. That's why I had to do it.
It got
I used
quite a
my
few
real
views.
name.
Wait, you think this was like a bit where he was like, "Oh, I think the audience will like this"?
Sure.
Yes, and I think he thought it would
He's
get
just in
so
character?
many hits.
He's just
He
doing an
really-
Andy Kaufman
that
thing.
he would actually be famous from it.
So
He really
then,
I
Commit
bet
to
this
the
guy
bit.
wanted to fuck One Direction.
Yeah.
he goes back and he reads the
He
thing
reread
back.
it, and he also stated it got a lot of views since he hasn't opened the account.
He's proud of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's very proud
Also,
of it.
he definitely showed it to his girlfriend because he's proud of it.
I know.
Because
She didn't even
that
she
find out.
rocks.
happened to look over at
That
the
fucking
same
rocks.
I will say
time.
this. I will say
As
this.
I was reading it.
I will say this.
Yeah.
I will say this. I will say this. In all reality, this is weird. He's definitely gay. But at least it's like a quirky thing. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like deviant. You get what I'm saying?
She's
But
not
what
going
I mean
to catch any
here
STDs
is-
from him typing.
This is
Sure.
right. You
But
know what I
I also
mean?
Yeah.
think-
So, like, there's things where you just go, hey, man, I don't understand everything.
Dude,
This
know.
seems
Oh.
relatively innocuous.
yeah, I think so.
As long as your dick gets hard for me, I don't need
Right.
to know the secret of the sauce. Does this make sense?
And look, maybe, dude,
Yeah.
maybe he
like,
just goes both
you know what I
ways.
mean? Like, you don't see, like, you're not.
Are you saying like you're okay as long as like he can get hard for his
Man.
wife, his fiance,
Yeah.
as long as One Direction's
No.
playing.
Man.
You know, the
in
more I'm
background.
thinking about-
I've been fucking nines and been thinking about fat chicks. That's all I'm saying. This is my point.
Grass is
You know
always
what I'm
greener.
saying?
Yeah,
this is
sure.
my point,
No.
right? You know what I
He's
mean?
obviously-
So if you're like fucking your girlfriend and you're thinking about Harry Styles, I don't know,
Well,
maybe.
dude, the more that I'm thinking about this and One
It could be
Direction,
okay.
I'm really starting to be more on this guy's side. Here's why. She's really like, there's a lot worse bands he could be doing this for. It's like Harry Styles is in the dress half the time anyway, so it's like
He
she
didn't
can
fuck
dress like
Nickelback.
Harry Styles and wear most of her own shit. It's
Oh, yeah,
fine.
he
She
dresses
can
like a
role
lady,
play,
too,
and
anyway,
yeah, dude,
yeah.
she's got to role play as Harry Styles.
I
Like
just- I wanna
that's the
know-
movie.
Which is pretty hot.
I need to
honestly.
know-
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, like I would role play as Harry
I'm thinking
Styles.
it's like,
Uh-huh.
okay. She finds out her boyfriend or fiance has a Harry Styles fetish, right?
Sure.
What if it was a Pamela Anderson 1994 fetish, right? Like, what's the difference?
One's
You know
harder
what
to
I
pull
mean?
off, I'll tell you that right now.
I
But what I
mean-
mean is, what's the difference in the
Okay.
sense
I'm gonna
that,
tell you what the
you
difference
know
is.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Now,
you pull
I
Harry
don't know.
Styles
So,
really
like
nice.
it's a celebrity. It's a
Wait,
celebrity.
okay,
fuck.
Joe.
That's what
so, okay,
right?
Mindy, you got to stay with me. I'm going to tell you what
It's
the
a
difference
celebrity
is.
fuck. He's bisexual, celebrity.
No,
Yeah, man, he goes both ways.
He, and I know this for a fact, is not fucking her well enough. Because
Yeah, hell yeah.
Thank you,
Okay,
Mindy. Because if there was no problems in the bedroom, we looked past everything.
You're
Yeah.
just like, oh, he's just
Yeah.
really hypersexual.
Now,
That's true.
hot.
You know what
That's
I think
true.
is happening?
Yeah.
She's missing something in the bedroom, but then she sees him write all this great stuff
Yeah.
that she's been wanting.
Yeah.
Why won't you fuck me
Yeah.
like you fucked
Amy's
Harry
right,
Styles in
you're
the
right.
You know
book?
what though, man?
Yeah.
Here's what I take issue with. Is
Because-
sometimes guys just get lazy and ladies read too much into that, man. I remember my last girlfriend, she was the love of my life, man. And I used to eat her ass at the beginning of the relationship a lot, and then I stopped. And when we
Yeah.
broke up, she brought it up that I stopped eating her ass.
You lost luster for her butthole.
Apparently, and I didn't
Right.
even think about it, but she
Butt
like brought
luster.
it up. like it was some like betrayal that she had experienced. And in my mind, I'm
Who
just
is
like,
she? That's new girl. You're eating her ass.
Well, she thinks she's Harry Styles or something. You know what I mean? She's not all that. She's not all that.
You know me, no my
She
Then
went
she
to his
found out
Harry
like
Styles.
my thing
Zayn Malik fucking fanfic.
is that like I didn't even think about it in my mind. I was just like, I don't like sex that much. You know what I mean? I just showed up big at the get-go with a lot of ass eating because I wanted to, just be...
You gotta impress a lady.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just an asexual dude eating
And
ass
so-
to people like...
False advertising. That's
No, it is.
Send it
Yeah.
back. No, I want a refund. Sorry.
That's right.
Probably,
Awful.
but like my point is
I bet you wouldn't got tired eating Harry
here's my point
Styles
is
butthole.
that's fine.
Right.
You might want a refund. That's fine. But my point is maybe that's this situation is where like
That's
I put the
he
D
got
in
lazy
refund.
just because he got lazy and she's like he wants to fuck Harry Styles and he's just like nah I'm just.
But
a
no,
little
she definitely read the
lazier.
fan fiction. She was like, "This is the way I'm trying to get fucked," and he's trying to
Yeah.
get fucked the
100%.
same way.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Amy, that's an excellent point.
The truth is in the novel.
Yeah. It's. I think that's dead up because again, like I said, I always err against the person writing the question, especially when there's sort of like a lack of detail. When there's a lot of other detail, like if this was a 3-sentence question, fine, but it wasn't.
We're getting a lot of defense.
We're getting a lot of defense on his end. We're getting a lot of detail. What we're not getting is a whole lot of information about their actual sex life.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
said nothing about that. He didn't say shit. He skipped right over that.
We also didn't get enough details about the book. I want to know more.
Yeah, did it say the title? I kind of want to look this thing up. I kind of
can
want
we-
to skim it.
Can we read it over that Vaporwave soundtrack?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I don't
Let
know,
me
but
play that.
Joanne
And read it.
says we need to see the fan fiction for proof. So.
Yeah,
Harry
exactly.
Styles
We do.
stroked my
Yeah.
small but perfectly average Indian cock.
Once again, it could be.
He's not from here.
It
I
could
don't
be
know
a
where.
Saw movie. We don't
Right.
know.
Yeah.
A lot of
It's,
questions
the
going
meteor's gonna blow up the planet and let me and some oil riggers go and fuck Harry Styles.
on. All these.
Let me tell you, it's a lot easier to teach ass eaters to fly than teach astronauts to eat ass.
We're oil riggers. What do we know about fucking Harry Styles? We don't do that. This is Texas.
It's like Steve Buscemi and Bing Rams.
I'm gonna fuck Harry Styles like I got fucking Pulp Fiction.
Would you, if you had to get fucked by Bing Rams and Steve Buscemi, which order would you go
No,
in?
we're not going to do that.
No, we don't do that.
Number one, Ving Rhames.
You're starting with Ving.
Maybe I probably would too.
Okay.
It
And then
seems
I'd
like
just
an
tap
easier
out.
go on number
Yeah.
2.
Then I'd fall asleep.
Yeah, right.
Is
Might
it-
You
pass out.
fall asleep. You pass out. I
And
think
then
it's
I'd
the
pass
word.
out.
As a guy who's been told constantly I look like Steve Buscemi, A, how dare you be? I'd start with Steve Buscemi and end with Steve Buscemi. I'd hide Steve Buscemi sandwiching.
I feel like much like a butt plug, you want to, go up in size gradually.
Sure.
I'd start with Buscemi and go to Ray.
Nah, here's the thing. I think it'd be hilarious is if Steve Buscemi was just swinging a hammer and it was just like a totally, and like Ving Rhames was like average, but not proportionate.
8 inches of Buscemi.
Yeah. It's like I look like this. How do you think I got fucking laid so much? I mean, I
wouldn't shock
I got a
me.
funny face and a fucking massive cock.
Matt.
That's right.
Just wrote.
They call it the Pete Davidson effect.
They get lazy or gay? Question mark.
I mean, that guy, he might just be bi.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Either
I think-
way, bi or whatever, she's not getting something that she wants.
Yeah.
And she would
Yeah.
not even. She would think that this was the funniest thing if she was fine with everything that was going on sexually
That's
between them.
I
as
agree.
someone who
Dude,
gets
Matt
read
is
as
having a
gay
heart
That's an
attack
excellent
with
point.
his,
fairly often because I'm a sassy man who has a great relationship with his mom.
What?
But I get read it like I used to do theater, so it's like I get read as but the
Sure.
thing is, I will say yeah, if you fuck pretty well, people are like, oh yeah, I'm one of the few people I got told where they were like, oh, I believe that you're just like, I grew up weirdly religious, and then I went to I was hanging out with art kids in public high school, and all of them are basically gay or in the queer community. So that was like my first
or at
group
least
that I
write fan
hung
fiction
out
about
with.
One
Yes.
Direction. Yeah.
all the time. Well, whoever was before that, who's before?
Oh,
One
like
Direction?
in sync.
Backstreet Boys and
Yeah,
Sync.
I guess
Yeah.
it's crazy because those are that's like a 15-year gap.
Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't really much.
I mean, they're all cloned out of the same laboratory. Let's be honest.
Spice Girls. And
Yeah. Right.
That was-
Yeah.
that
Spice
was
Girls.
in
No,
sync.
that was during. That was,
That was
almost
in sync.
before.
Yeah.
yeah, you're right
In
about that.
sync and
That
all
was
that stuff.
before.
Yeah.
You're right about that.
Anyway, if you
That
fuck
was
well,
on
people
gay.
won't assume you're gay.
And even if you are, like, that gender bendy stuff is okay. I grew up with Rocky Horror. Dr. Frank is like hot, you know? Like, but that's okay.
Oh,
Like,
there's zero
at least
things
he
wrong
can
with
fuck.
being gay.
Yeah, no, nothing. But yeah,
Well,
she's definitely not getting
But that's the
fucked.
thing
Yeah.
is he's not laying it down the way Dr. Frankenstein was laying it down to
Brad and
what's her
Janet.
name?
Susan
To
Sarandon.
Susan
Brad and
Sarandon.
Janet.
Yes,
Brad and Janet.
he
Yeah.
was still dressing like a woman and all that stuff, but he was
just
still
like-
giving it to Janet. You know what I mean?
He gave
was
it to Brad. He gave it to
So
Janet.
that's
He gave it to
Uh-huh.
Rocky.
I think if she was getting done
Magenta.
like Janet was getting done in that movie,
Columbia.
she's not as concerned about this.
Riff Raff, all
Yeah.
of them.
Okay, I get. Yeah, that's my final advice. Is
That's your.
learn
What's
to
your final
love
advice?
pussy as much as you love One Direction and your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Mindy, what's your final advice?
Yeah, just like we were saying, like Dr. Frank, you know, lay it down Columbia, Magenta, Riff Raff, Brad, Janet, everybody across the board, and then nobody gives a fuck what you do.
That's
but yeah,
right.
the fanfic is totally weird. Yeah. I totally agree with what Amy said about.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and also just to be clear, it doesn't even have to be sexually. She's not getting something emotionally from him too. Like there's a miss. There's a miss. There's a miss.
I
There's
think
some-
sexual is a big
leaning
part of
towards
it.
sexual.
Yeah,
I really do
sexually-
because he didn't say shit about how their sex life is. He
Yeah.
would at least throw it in.
Yeah.
Hey, our sex life's
Well,
good. You
yeah.
know, we
This is
fuck
definitely
regularly.
missing.
We fuck like normal straights, you know.
like they taught me to do in the camps that my parents took me to.
But don't you feel?
I fuck
don't
one
you
to
feel-
three
don't you
times
feel-
per week,
it
as
would be-
directed by my doctor.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait,
It would
okay.
be weird to be like, we fuck all the time,
Yeah,
and
so
she
what's-
comes a lot.
what's
you know
your
what I mean?
final
It would
advice,
feel
Sam?
weird
You would,
to
but
claim that,
no,
you
it
know
would.
what I
You
mean?
would throw it in with a question like
You would
this.
say healthy sex. We have a healthy
Yeah,
sex
we,
life.
we,
Yeah.
You would
it
throw it
seemed
in
like
there.
we had a, you would right. You would
They
say,
would,
it
you
seemed
would
like we
say
had a
that
good
if
sex
that was
life.
true. If not, you would blow right by it like this fucking guy did.
Yeah.
And
So
go to
what's
typing
your
the
final
sequel to your
advice?
One
Speaking of
Direction
blowing
fuck
right by
fantasy.
it,
Yeah, no,
5 members of One Direction.
Blowing right by it. It's the fucking sequel title.
I
That's
definitely
right.
think she's in the right after discovering this fan fiction to think to herself, hey, maybe this relationship isn't as sincere as I thought in his attractiveness towards me, and I'm going to leave. So I guess I'm on her side.
Ah, good.
Sure,
I like that.
sure.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right, Jake.
I mean, I think he should do something romantic for it. First up, Joel on YouTube says, at Twisted Cupid Podcast should give him a bottle of bodega wine. Fucking
Yes.
right, you will. Yeah, he says fantasizing about Harry Styles is much more acceptable than fantasizing about Harry Truman, right, Jake? I mean, you know,
You do like your Harry Truman.
it's I just love the guy for what he did. You know what I mean? I'm not that into his physique, but hey, man, you know my politics are with him. Let's see. Matt on YouTube says, I was a U.S. mail with friends, and she just walked in, and I was delivering the mail. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what happened, man.
He was getting mails delivered.
This guy loves getting mails delivered to any room he's in, especially if they look like the One Direction guys. I say what he should do is get her drunk on bodega wine and then write what a sequel to the book where at the end there's a twist. The One Direction guys leave or whatever, and then he's fucking his girlfriend at the end of the book.
I think he should make a sequel where him and his
Dude,
girlfriend
what if
fuck
that
One
was,
Direction.
wait, what if
As
that
a
was
team.
what if that was the end of the book and he's like, baby, just read the novel.
You
And
gotta
she's
get
like,
to the
this
end.
is a 1,000-page novel, and he's like, baby, I promise you win in the end of the novel, baby, I promise, baby.
Turns out Rosebud
Baby.
was the name of the strap-on that you use on Harry Styles at the end of the book.
Yeah,
And a twist ending.
baby. This
was
is-
right in front of you
this
the whole
is being
time.
written in segments. This is an old
Rosebud
Charles
for
Dickens novel
Rosebud.
that's been written in segments, baby. We didn't get to the end yet.
This was your Christmas present. It was either this or a bottle of bodega wine.
This is book number 1 in a whole series that's going to be produced by HBO. This is,
He's like, I got your present right here.
Yeah.
It's a 1,000-page book in this pants.
yeah. In the first book, I'm fucking One Direction, but in the last book, I'm fucking you.
yeah.
Book 1 of 4.
It's me standing like John Cusack with that stereo on my. I never should have left you for all of One Direction. You know.
We take One Direction, but there's a lot of twists and
We
turns.
haven't even seen Peter Dinklage's
Yes.
arc of his character yet.
Yeah.
In the series, we haven't
Book
even
1,
seen
fucking
it.
One Direction. Book 2, Detour to You. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes.
Honey, the
Book
werewolves
3,
haven't
98 degrees. Weird.
Yeah, baby, the werewolves haven't even appeared in the book yet. I don't even gotten to the part where we both fuck the werewolves.
Listen, one day Disney will want to buy the rights, okay?
Yep.
And then the werewolf psychically bonds to a child.
Yep.
It's so weird.
Yep.
That was the end of Twilight.
If I go in one direction for long enough, I go around the entire planet and come back to you. That's the way that works.
Horseshoe theory
Yeah,
for his homosexuality.
Yep, that's right.
If you go so far gay, you get straight again.
Yeah. They call it the Harry Styles effect. And if he fucks Harry Styles long enough in the second book, he's going to want to bang his girlfriend
was
again.
almost like The Wire too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it was like he's just fucking One Direction, but it's really about like the heroin trade in Baltimore.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, Harry Styles looks like a guy who does heroin in Baltimore, kind of.
To be fair, if you write a fan fiction about you fucking every member of The Wire, every cast member of The Wire, that's not gay. You just love cinema.
Yeah. I'm blowing McNulty out of respect, damn it. He was my favorite
Omar's
character.
coming on my face.
Who's the tall guy?
Lance
that was
Reddick?
shot.
Oh, Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was his name in the show?
Stringer Bell.
Yeah.
You're going to do some Stringer Bell fan
remember
works over there?
that
Some
scene?
fan fiction?
That character was fucking epic.
Yeah. I'll let him
There
string
wasn't
my
one
bell,
place
but-
that was Stringer.
All right. I think we answered that. question. We answered that question. Yeah, that's my final advice.
Right.
He's got to do.
Let's move on.
He's got to do erratic fan fiction of The Wire. He should do that. Like, people would way be into that. Anyway, let's take our next question on the Twisted Cupid podcast. If you have questions to write in, write them to Twisted Cupid podcast at gmail.com, or even better, watch live every single Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern here on YouTube. For right now, we're going to take our next question from the Wild Animals on Reddit.
Am I wrong for wanting my boyfriend to delete his Reddit?
Shit.
What a question to ask on the site.
Yeah, right. There might be a little bias, I think,
hate
in
your
the comments.
Instagram stories where you keep feeling like boyfriend needs to delete his Instagram.
Yeah. Hashtag fuck this app.
I think he should delete it. It's like, bro, you're getting pussy now.
Yeah.
You no longer have need for the forums.
Right? Why do you have opinions anymore, dude? You're getting your dick wet, man. Stop with the opinions.
So go ahead, Reddit.
Okay, so I'm not an anti-Reddit, and I'm not an anti-porn. This is probably the third time I have seen him on his phone that his Reddit account follows fetish pages, which, like, whatever.
Fuck yeah. Please tell me they're One Direction related.
But he finds people who live close-ish and sends them sexual messages, even implying that they should link up and hook up.
Not the asshole.
He's like, girl, come over. I got $3 to $5 bottles of wine.
Yeah, this guy's bringing you home an STD, man.
Oh, yeah.
Should my boyfriend delete Instagram? He keeps messaging girls saying how he wants to fuck them.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's not just fanfic here. He's making it a reality.
This is trolling.
Fan
for
diction.
STDs.
Yeah.
He responds to nudes in specific groups on here and even sends his own in messages. When confronted about it, he says that he has never and will never actually meet someone this way. It's just how he gets off. But for me, this feels like cheating, or at least the bridge to it. Or every other time he has come up with things, it seems fine for a bit, but then he creates a new account. Porn.
It's a new account.
This guy rocks.
Oh.
Porn that becomes personal and interactive with real individuals makes the issue a bigger deal to me than anything. And that's it.
Oh, she's got to piece this guy out. This guy's totally shady. What a creep.
Yeah, this is
creep.
This is like a guy who's trying to do Tinder without doing Tinder.
Oh yeah,
Does that make sense?
he's doing
100%.
Tinder on Reddit, and I'll bet he's typing on Reddit right now. I can't believe she's not broken up with me yet. This is so great. No woman has ever caught me doing like a fifth of the amount of shit that she has.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
And
real
she's
quick.
still with
Joel has to run, so he said goodbye. Thank
shit.
you. He said,
Joel on
great
YouTube.
show. Have a great night.
Have a
y'all.
good night, Joel.
Bye, Joel.
This is gonna play
Appreciate you
great
as
on
always,
the
man.
podcast version. But yeah, no, it is a thing with like the question should read, my boyfriend's actively emotionally cheating and sending nudes to other people. Should I let him keep doing this on the forum that he's doing this?
Right. This to me doesn't feel like one of those things
not a
where
Reddit
like
issue.
Oh, how do I make her cool with this? This is like, well, dude, you've clearly been caught.
Yeah.
You're not going to talk her into this, but she seems to be half talked into it.
Although, I guess if you're just open about, like, you could have a kink where your exhibition, you want to show.
You can, but you kind of got to start off that way. It's hard to convince somebody who's not doing that or not okay with it, like, oh, just go along with this. You know what I mean? Like,
there are people who want to see images on the internet,
right?
Either way, but I think part of the problem is that he's not being honest about having a girlfriend during it. Probably. He's probably creating these shady situations where it's like, oh, if I wanted to cheat, the option's there, but I'm not going to use it. And it's like, oh, do you just want to allow... Should I let my boyfriend just keep a handgun on him at all times with bullets?
Yeah.
Just because he likes how it feels to have a handgun on him?
I also think, too, the main thing is that he's been caught. She says she's uncomfortable with it. And then he says he's going to change something, but then he gets caught doing the same thing. Either way... He's lying just with, like, you know, if you're going to keep doing that, you can just be like, no, this is what I need to get off, and this you're going to like it or leave it. Or you're going to, you know, the fact that he keeps hiding his accounts, it's like he's doing something. Like, well, I wouldn't be happy with constantly just the lie. No,
of course. That's the biggest betrayal.
Yeah, and, you know, he's totally doing something. And then another thing is, you know, like, a lot of women, especially if you're, like, highly educated and stuff, you know, like, you'll keep, like, admiring the problem, you know, and, like, researching, like, oh, he's doing this. And then you'll keep validating yourself and your findings, but you'll never, like, move on from there. You know
Wait,
what I mean?
highly
Like,
educated women do this?
Even dumb people, I guess, do it too. Like, you keep educating yourself on the issue.
Yeah, admiring
You
the
know?
problem.
They just go, this is a
You're just admiring the
project.
problem, you know. But like, at what point are you going to extricate yourself from this fucking jack off that just keeps fucking jacking off to everybody else besides you? You know what I mean? Like,
right?
Are you going to stop shit eating?
You know what I always whenever there's like some guy who does some heroic thing for some lady on like TikTok, and like women comment, if he wanted to, he would. I always think that's true.
Yeah.
True.
And then I always think like that's actually fair.
Exactly.
And women like actually know that. And you know what, ladies? That's fucking fair, dude. Anytime I've been in love, dude, I've been like, yeah, I'll do fucking anything. I'll literally do straight up anything. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, you want me to stay up all night long? I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, fucking, you can make this. If I
Men
am
do
in
stupid
love,
shit for love all the time.
You can make the stupidest request. I will travel. I'll do fucking whatever. If I'm actually in love, I won't even do it for sex. I'll do it for love. So whenever women are like, if he wanted to, he would. Yeah. Ready for this?
Yeah.
Ready for this? And if you're a dude, I also want to say this, guys, you are validating the fact that comes around rarely. So that is what that is.
I mean, also, if you're...
You know what I mean? Like, where you actually feel that way. But ladies,
you're
right.
Dude
and you shouldn't settle for some dick bag who's not showing up. Because guess what? If he wanted to, he would.
But especially, it seems like this is a way compulsive thing with this guy, though. And maybe I'm not convinced that he hasn't already, because he keeps telling her, I'll get off, and then he keeps recreating the account.
He's probably just not monogamous. So he doesn't know it.
Yeah, no, he's
or he's searching for validation from other people that aren't his girlfriend.
Right. And it's like, hey, man, if he wants to be polygamous, cool. Just find another polygamous chick, and that's the fucking move.
Thing.
That's a different thing.
Polygamy is a different thing.
Right. But it seems like he wants to go swinging.
Everyone's
and shit.
on the same page.
He wants to go swinging, and he doesn't.
Yeah, you have like 5 wives.
Well, right.
But everyone knows about the wives.
Not polygamy.
Yes.
Sorry, polyamory.
I'm
mixing up my P words. But either way, you got to find the P word that's right for you. You know, you got to find your P word.
You got to find the right P for yourself.
Yeah, or the right P's. You know,
a lot of
people involved. Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of rules
in one direction.
Can you imagine there's some guy who's on Reddit all day long and he's looking for polygamy. He's looking to like support multiple women and stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean? And, like hold down a job.
I've gotten laid off Reddit. And it is possible.
But you know
right,
what?
Wait, you got kicked off of Reddit?
No, I got laid off Reddit. Reddit.
What does that mean?
Like I had sex.
Like,
Oh,
met up with
I
people. Yeah.
thought Reddit laid you off or something.
Yeah, no.
I got laid off from Reddit. Yeah, that's definitely.
He was a Discord mod on Reddit. Yeah.
Reddit fucking fucked me.
They told him he's fired, and he's like, "You're not paying me." And they're like, "You're still
holiday bonus. They gave me
fired."
$3 to $5 bottle of mini wine.
They told him he was laid off. He went to collect unemployment and just couldn't. And,
I got off from Reddit. Let me tell you.
But you know these guys
dude,
that
you
want
got
polygamy?
laid off Reddit?
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's awesome, man.
Wow.
She's still on Reddit or he's still on Reddit? Well,
They're fed.
that seems like
They're
still in One Direction.
That seems
Nice.
Dude, that seems like STD City, bro.
What was
yeah,
the
did you get
thread?
STD from it?
Let me.
What was the
'cause
thread about?
This is
Fuck
well.
that,
There are groups called Random Acts of Blowjob.
Yeah, this sounds like an
Random Acts of Muff
STD.
Time.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
yeah.
okay, I hate that so much.
That's awesome.
Truly, like that is a thing. I wrote a whole bit about it, like to the point where I don't like that. Like STDs are used as this weird like sex punishment.
Fair enough.
Sure.
Okay.
Because they're like,
But still, you're getting a BJ off of Reddit. But go on. but go on.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's
you're
not
right.
the-
You're right.
It's not the government giving you the STD.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if it's really.
It's not like a Catholic Church punishment. It's a
Yeah.
reality of science. But go on. Go
Give
on.
him herpes.
okay, but a reality of science, but like a reality of science being that like most STDs, you get them, you take a pill, they
Fair
go
enough.
away.
Yeah.
It's
And
true.
so it's just a curable disease like anything else, but because
Yeah.
it's attached to our no-no parts, suddenly it's a thing where it's
Right.
like, oh, but you're not like,
But some of them are permanent.
Okay.
Disease
Yeah.
attached to any parts is something that people are like,
no,
nah, I'm all set.
we don't slut shame the flu.
Well, it depends on how you got the sniffles.
I gotta tell you, man, there's a lot of people wearing masks in
Yeah.
subways when I wasn't wearing a mask, and they were giving me dirty looks.
Yeah,
And
that
besides,
wasn't about
was-
the flu-
was
that
you
about
wearing too
COVID.
sh-
That was
not the
about
flu.
Were
that-
you
yeah.
wearing too short of a skirt in cold weather? Huh? Maybe
Yeah.
it was the way she was dressed. Maybe
I
that's why she got a cold.
slut-shamed
That's all
on
I'm
the
saying.
Yeah,
flu. I'm
you
not
gotta-
gonna tell you. I'm not gonna lie to you on that, man. During 2020, I got slut shamed on the
That's right.
flu.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
I really
Guys,
did.
You're
you guys,
short.
I'm looking the other way. I'm not involved.
I mean, listen, guys. If we want, like, yes, and if there were refrigerator trucks full of people who had chlamydia, of bodies that had chlamydia, I would be like, yeah, we gotta be more careful about condom use.
Well, but it's yeah. Most of them aren't permanent. Like most
right.
STDs ain't permanent, but some are, and so that's what I think is a scary thing with those. You know,
they had a disease researcher talk about. He had studied AIDS and diabetes, and he's like, maintenance wise, AIDS is easier now.
oh yeah,
Hey,
yeah. 2023 AIDS.
listen. I agree with David Piccolomini. STDs are great and fine. I'm just saying you will get them if you
Yeah.
fuck someone off of Reddit.
Some of the
That's
best
all I'm
times of my
saying.
life is spent
That's
getting
all I'm
STDs.
saying. I agree with
Guys,
David
okay,
Piccolomini.
either way, I want-
STDs are the bee's knees. You
Yeah.
just get them if you get
By the way,
blown off
the bee's
of Reddit.
knees is a rare STD you can get. It's from the
Got
50s.
that from one of the 20s. See,
Wait, you
Man,
guys,
those flappers
besides-
moving their knees
you
back
guys-
and forth like that, man.
All right,
Give
stop
me
the
them kids.
STD talk.
There wasn't nothing to treat it back
Wait,
then.
besides the STD, stop the STD.
Only
talk.
candle
I want
wax.
to know, did you ever talk to this person again after you got laid?
But so we were
Or was
both
it a mutual-
we were both in Florida for a
Okay.
limited time.
And
So no, we didn't really.
so
talk
you
that
both
much.
had agreement, I want to go and sleep with each other and then leave.
Well, it was off of. I met her at her hotel room at like 10 a.m.
Okay.
10 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
10 a.m.
Cock a doodle doo.
At a
Yeah.
hotel room.
Actually,
So she's
it was
saying
like,
two nights.
for that.
That's right.
Was she, like,
By the
90?
night.
Was she
By the
95?
night.
Something-
And wait, you didn't pay
She's
for
in her
this.
40s.
You did not pay for
Did
this.
not pay for this.
You literally just got your dick sucked by
Wow.
a rando.
Well,
What an
okay,
angel.
you said
In a
laid.
hotel room.
You don't have to get your dick
High
sucked as you're
five.
getting laid.
Laid.
You can both have.
probably.
But I thought it was like BJ's, like
Oh,
on the
BJ.
rando
Well,
or something.
I mean,
what's the name of the
it-
Reddit? So
Random
that's
Act
why-
of BJ.
Yeah,
is
that's
the-
what I'm
yeah.
saying. Yeah,
Random Act of
you know.
BJ's.
So if you show up there and she goes, "I'm not doing BJ's, we just gotta fuck," you're like, well,
Oh, was that the factor?
Wow, that
we
was
met
a random
hey,
act.
we met.
You have defiled the sanctity of the thread, madam. Good day. I say good day.
I was here for a blow
We
job
met
and
on Random
that
Acts of
happened.
We did meet on Random Acts of BJ's.
Did you not
We
read
did.
the user agreement? Were you just clicking OK
A
blindly?
Gluckman's.
And she's like, "No, I'll give you a BJ with my puss." And
But,
you're like, "Not the same."
Can I just say,
thing.
10 o'clock in the morning? That's
Oh,
like
that's like
right
11.
before check-in and right after checkout. So
Right,
like,
you're staying
she was
another
staying
day.
a couple of
You're
nights,
staying
man.
right? You're staying
Yeah.
another day.
Yeah, yeah.
You're meeting another
That was a double
guy.
fare,
You're
yeah.
meeting another guy off
Good
of
for
Reddit.
her.
Definitely,
Hey, you have
yeah.
a 1 o'clock.
Hell
that
yeah.
guy is
I
not.
was still there at 1
She had
o'clock,
multiple
buddy.
appointments.
You gotta.
She
you
brushed her
gotta-
teeth a few times
We
that
went to
morning.
the pool.
She had
It was
serial
gotta-
appointments.
You got a 3 o'clock, but your 3 o'clock not as good looking as David Piccolomini. So you're charging.
Sure.
You're charging for your 3 o'clock.
sloppy thirds.
All
You
right.
fucking.
Let's go down the line.
Wow.
I want to go down the
Right
line. and
before
ask
David
for-
was there, she blew all of One Direction.
She wrote some.
One Direction comes at 9:30 in the morning.
She wrote some fan fiction, and that became the #1 fan fiction. And then that other guy from before, he cried because he lost his relationship for nothing.
David's getting along going, hey, was that a limousine I just saw pull away from this hotel? Who was that dude in a dress getting in a limousine?
Why is that limousine leaving this Motel 6?
Dude, fucking Motel 6. Dude. They're nice. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
What?
Out of all
Oh
the,
my god.
dude, some like Motel 6s.
You know, if someone changes
and
the sheets for you, incredible.
Super 8s, red roofs. I'm
Oh
telling
my gosh.
you.
I don't even want to know where you've slept before.
There's a Super 8 in Austin, Texas. That's the best.
Oh my!
motel
I've been to
ever.
that Super 8. It's
Nice
not that.
Super 8.
It's very bad.
It's great. It's, a
It's just
pool.
Okay, you
very
guys.
downtown.
I'm going down the line asking for final advice. All right. So, Mindy, you start.
So, I'm so lost right now. What was this?
Oh, the Reddit,
Reddit
the guy
guy?
on Reddit, yeah.
Oh, he's gonna be banned from Reddit.
He's going to be banned from Reddit. He
Yeah.
should be banned from Reddit. You know what I mean? Because
By his girlfriend.
yeah,
Reddit's not banning him.
She should just leave him and go out with somebody else because he's clearly looking for it. It's right there in front of him. He's never going to stop. He just keeps switching accounts. Just bounce and find somebody else more monogamous. He's just going to keep fucking around behind your back, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it
he's
doesn't
just
seem like this is changing.
Serial fucking around behind your backer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as someone who's been non-monogamous since I was like 22,
Fuck yeah, dude.
yeah, that's why I'm having sex with women in hotel rooms off of Reddit.
God bless Reddit.
God bless Florida.
Florida and Reddit intersect at a little place called Heaven. That's right. It's called Heaven.
We're gonna get blown by a 50-year-old in a hotel
That's right.
room.
Dude, imagine we're in
Does
New
she
York-
kind of look like Santa Claus? Yeah, but who
Dude,
gives a
we're
fuck?
in New York City.
Satan
Imagine
Claus.
you're in paradise. You're in Florida.
That's why I have those
around
back
Reddit.
marks.
It's fucking crazy.
Okay, so final advice. So the thing is, like, that guy clearly is not getting. There's other things there. He wants to be validated from other people
Yeah.
about his sexuality. He is not feeling secure in it, and also he might just like that. And if he's truly doing it where he's not fucking these people, and they know that he has a girlfriend or other things, then it should be above board. Honestly, dude, just get an OnlyFans, make some money from it.
Boom.
There you go. I like it.
And then it's
Yeah.
monetized. She can be attached to the account, so she's aware of what's happening. But also, if that's a thing he's going to keep doing, because that's how he's, you know, it's like attached to his 13-year-old psyche,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you can't change that. You're not going to be able to ban him from Reddit
Yeah.
hard
No.
enough, because it'll be Instagram next.
Right.
It'll be this other spot. That's not going to change.
He's just going to still have Reddit and lie. And just like, oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
it'll
going
be
to have
a
burner
million,
phones
there
and shit.
are
He's never
a
gonna
million
stop.
places to get validated sexually on the internet.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, well, I was super horny and fucking people in Motel 6s because of Reddit, but now that that's gone, I'm basically Mitt Romney. Like, that's not going to happen. It's not going to
Another
happen.
polygamous man.
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, did you say polyamory or polygamy? Because I'm Mitt Romney and it matters. One Christ loves, the other one that just said, say to hell with Santa Claus.
Christian porn star called Fit Romney. Okay.
All right, Joe, what's your final advice?
So the majority of my Instagram is I follow a lot of fat women wearing bikinis, and so because of that, I empathize with this man.
Well, he fucks all these
Yeah.
nines.
Yeah, it's true.
The nines are going, who's that on your Instagram?
Yeah, right.
That don't look
What
like
does
me.
she have that I don't? Not a
Dude.
thigh gap.
Yeah,
A lap
and that's
up.
Are you the new man on the Minnesota Vikings? What the hell happened here?
talk about the story of my life, man. There's been a lot of nines that have sat on my dick while I've thought of threes.
Yeah.
And, so I don't know. I can't judge what this guy's going through in that way as long as he's enjoying. As long as he's enjoying BJs on Reddit from ladies that he's swapping pics with. I guess 'cause I'm not going as deep as he's going, but you know, I'm on Instagram And Instagram was like, you should follow this fat lady in a bikini, and I do, and I click the like and stuff like that.
Sure,
and so,
sure.
You know? And I sometimes
pays for the premium content.
I hope. Well, no, I don't. But I hope that they'll drop into my DMs. I really do. Sometimes I'll go onto one of their pages and like 12 in a row, hoping that they'll be like, "Hey, I see you." And like that. That's as far as I go. That's my creepiness. I never drop to the DMs. I just like 12 in a row, being like, maybe this fat woman when she comes to New York will want to sit on my dick. And but then 3 minutes later, I usually jerk off, and then I just go, never mind. You know?
Wow, I can't believe those 12 likes were made out of horniness. That's great. You were horny when you liked 12 of her pictures.
Yeah, and then I beat off, and I was like, I got business to do.
I got this t-shirt company.
I got to make money, dude.
Could you imagine what a psychopath Joe would be if he would beat off and then right he goes, wow, that felt good. Time to get on Instagram and like some fat women. He would only do it post nuts. He only does it post nuts.
Receipts, you're just paying for the jerk off.
Yeah, just making women feel good about themselves. No, but I like fat women.
Venmo her $5 and like all the pictures you jerked off to.
That, dude. That's it.
What's your final verdict?
My final verdict is that nothing that he's doing is wrong. He's an adult, whatever. Do what you want to do. That's your thing. What he's doing wrong is he's hiding it from her. So,
sure.
I mean, find someone that you're on the same page with sexually.
Some women get off to that.
And just and the person that's mad at him, don't delete his account. Just delete him and find someone else that you're okay with. Like, you know? I hate when people are like, well, why does he do this sexually? Find someone that you want to do that with sexually. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if he, my final advice is, I guess go with that. I mean, Dave brought up a good point with the OnlyFans thing. If he combined your two advices and went and found a lady who wants to do this, and then they made an OnlyFans together, they could, boom.
But
Couples do that all the time.
You could have 8 women on your OnlyFans who really like watching you be naked.
That's true.
That is, you could.
Yeah.
I'm not saying a lot of people. I'm not like take your dumpy body and your average size penis to OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And you'll find 8 women who are like, man, that kind of looks like my dad. That connects.
Right. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, somewhere out there's 8 women who are really into this right here. Now, dark shit probably happened to them to make them that way. Like I'm not gonna beat around the bush with that. Like they didn't have a happy child.
No, Jake, anyone having sex with you was molested.
Right?
For sure.
No, that's 100%. It's I'm the dark end of the road for what happens if you're not the father of the year.
But you've done work on yourself, so it's like a healthier outcome than a lot of the
50-50. You know what I mean? It's a bit of lateral move, but either way. So I would say either dump this guy and let him find some lady who's into that, or you're gonna go with something Joe brought up is look, if this guy is so compulsive he needs to do that, you're gonna have to blow him 3 times a day.
Exactly.
3 times a day. If he ever has one loaded in the chamber, he's not going to be horny enough to get on Reddit. You know what I mean? You just suck the devil right out of that man. You suck the devil right out of that man. You do it quarterly. 4 suck jobs a day. That's what it takes. How much do you
Make
live?
him hate having cum in his body.
That's right.
I never look at porn, dude. I open up Instagram for about 10 minutes, see some fat ladies in bikinis, go into a bathroom, jerk off, and then I go about my day.
Boom. This guy doesn't have that kind of clarity, so she needs to give him that kind of clarity. That's what I say. She needs to drag him out of the bedroom. She just sets it right on her Apple Watch or her smartphone and just beep, 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 beep. Oh, it's been 4 hours. Frank, we're going to the bathroom again.
It's like, my anti-Reddit cum alarm.
Yep. Reddit, I hardly ever seen it ever since she started blowing me 4 times a day.
I'm unable to read based on how much I'm getting blown.
Seriously.
But yeah, I think we answered that one. Let's take our last question from the wild animals on Reddit.
This last question, it's a long one, but I think we only have time to do just a lightning round with final advice. So
lightning round, we try not to interrupt. We let her read the whole question, and then we each answer real quick, lightning round style.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me find it.
Last question on The Twisted Cupid Podcast. If you guys have questions to write them to Twisted Cupid Podcast.
Can you read it like it's LA Noir?
Am I wrong for being uncomfortable by my boyfriend and his sister?
Oh, no.
No interrupting. All right, here it goes. So I'm a 22-year-old female, and my partner is a 23-year-old male. We have been together for almost 3 years, and this has been haunting me for a while. About 2 years ago, when we started getting serious, I finally met his sister. She lives across the country, and he hadn't seen her in about 6 months. We were also like medium distance at the time, so I hadn't seen him either over that month. So we were all at his mom's house hanging out. His sister seemed nice, and everything was smooth. But an hour later, we go to the dining room, and the first thing that made me feel a little weird was that she sat kind of close to her. As you may imagine, it was a rectangular table. I sat on a seat on one side, and his sister sat on the end of the table, and he sat on the seat closest to her, even moved his seat even close to her when where their knees were almost touching. And I was at the opposite and basically sitting alone. And his mom sat on the chair that was in the corner of the dining room. So a little weird, but nothing to write home about. But then in conversation, his sister says, "Yeah, I hate my knees. They look so fat." And my partner then leans down, squeezes her knee with his hand, and looks up at her and says, "No, your knees are perfect. Don't say that about yourself." And she was like, "Yeah, but for me, they're too fat." And he continues to squeeze her knee and looks down and up and at her and says, "No, they're perfect." She says, "Well, thank you," and changes the subject. But even after the subject changes, he is still touching her knee and goes back to the topic and says, "Yeah, they're perfect." And his mom says, "Okay, now it's getting weird." So at this point,
the mom said it was getting weird.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
I'm super uncomfortable.
Oh wow!
And even his mom says something. I was like, okay, maybe it's not me. I talked to him about this, and he said he thought his touch was like a normal for them, and that they are really close. And I was like, maybe our backgrounds are just different. And my family, we give each other hugs and stuff, but we don't generally do anything like that. I don't touch my siblings unless I'm giving them a hug, goodbye, or I don't know. So I felt weird about this, but we moved on. I spent some more time with him and his sister and his family, and nothing weird happened again for the rest of the weekend. But I went home and I started to really overthink, and I asked my friends, and some people were like, "Yep, they're weird," and other people were like, "No, they're normal. They're just close siblings." And I was talking to my parents about it, and I admit I'm freaking out. I don't know. I wanted to continue this relationship. And he asked me, "Are you jealous of her?" And that made me really upset, because even the weekend I was there and I wasn't mean or weird towards her. I've never felt like any negative feelings about her. Just that moment made me uncomfortable. And our conversation got kind of nasty, and I ended up yelling because I just got so confused. I don't know who to believe or what to think anymore. I know I shouldn't have gotten to the point of yelling, and I regret that. But because I yelled at his mom, because I yelled, his mom heard, and I guess she found out that I had a problem with that night, and I don't know what exactly he told her. But then she told his sister that she removed me from her social media, and his mom told me that he doesn't deserve to be yelled at that way, and that yelled at him, basically saying that I was toxic. I was tough, but I really like him, so I apologized, and I went to therapy for 8 months.
What the fuck?
to better myself. But I would say I'm a better partner now. Now, 2 years later, I'm seeing her for the first time since that happened, and it still haunts me. So yeah, was I wrong? To this day, I'm still confused. All right.
One, she went to therapy for 8 months because of the incident. This shit is mad
So
weird,
he
bro.
kept
Yes.
on grabbing her thighs
Yes.
and being like, "You're perfect."
No, her knees, because she was
Her knees, not even her
first-
thighs, her
So
knees.
her knee, because she said my knees are too fat. He grabbed her knee, and then after he's like, "No, they're perfect." She said it again. He's like, "No, they're perfect. Don't worry about it." And then as they changed the subject, his hand was still on her knee.
He kept going back to it.
And then he went back to it one more time and said, "Your knees are perfect."
That's
So,
weird.
But
And
his
that's when
hand
the
stayed-
mom
But
commented.
And the mom commented.
maybe he knew.
But-
Okay, well, like, hold on. Let me throw out a scenario.
No. But I'm just making this clear. This is the only scenario that she has of anything happening weird.
So he's
Oh,
not
no.
he's not grabbing her thigh or anything. He's grabbing her knee and
Other
being
way.
like, "Yo, you're perfect. Yo, you're perfect. Yo, you're perfect."
Your knees
Okay.
are perfect.
I mean,
Okay,
it
think about
is
this. Think about
weird.
this. Maybe you grew up with your sibling and you knew that she was like bulimic or something, and your parents didn't. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she's like being like, "Hey, I'm thinking I'm fat right now," and you're her brother, and her parents don't know that she
Yeah.
struggled with bulimia, and you're grabbing her knee, being like, "No, you're perfect.
Yeah.
You're perfect."
In that
and then,
bizarre
and then, and then
scenario.
your partner is like looking at you like you're a creep, and you're like, "No, I'm just reassuring my
I was gonna
sister
say, dude,
Yeah.
this is a
her
stretch.
knee, which
All
she's
right.
saying she's fat.
Yeah,
like
good
you're
point.
perfect.
Yeah,
You're perfect.
yeah.
You're perfect.
And, like,
you
and
sound-
just happened to
I
wanna
don't
fuck
know.
her.
You're the only
you know
one
what
that
I'm saying?
saw her
If
like
that's all-
in the bathroom.
If that's
Okay,
all,
maybe.
if all it is grabbing a knee and being like, and keep on going back to that, reassuringly like you're perfect. If somebody I knew had body dysmorphia really
Yeah.
Maybe.
badly, I might circle back to that.
Bro, you
Yo.
sound like a really good
And,
incest defense lawyer.
Yeah,
like
it
you
sounds
sound
like-
like
he's not like
Yeah.
he's not like raising his hand up her thigh.
Mitt Romney
you
paid
know
you a
what I
lot of
mean?
money once, didn't
He's
he?
just-
You know what I
he's
mean?
just-
Like,
he's
to get
grabbing
that
her knee,
whole-
being like, "You're perfect. You're
What's
perfect."
plausible
You know what I mean?
doubt
I'm
for
picturing it
incest?
Right,
like
yeah.
I'm picturing
I mean,
it, but
polygamy is just a P word, man. There's a lot of fun P
Wait,
words
but-
out there.
okay,
But I'm picturing
this
it
is
like
the hard-
a
Penis,
like
pussy,
I'm picturing
cousin.
it like a football coach. Like you're perfect. You're
All right,
good.
so
You know
this
what
is
I
the
mean?
hard part.
In
This
that
is
way.
final advice. So
Grabbing her
what's your
knee.
final advice for her?
Oh yeah, we got to do final advice.
I don't know. That story sounded great. I need other information. I need to
hot as
know
fuck.
whether
Side
or
are you
not.
on,
If anything,
though?
I wanted
If
pictures.
she went through traumatic stuff where she needs to be reassured about her,
I don't think that's what's happening there.
I lost track of the story midway through, but it sounded like he was just grabbing her knee, being like, "You're perfect.
stuck on the knee.
You're perfect." You know what I mean? Like,
But the
a
whole-
knee seems like a very innocuous place in someone's body. I might grab my sister's knee and be like, "You're perfect. You're
I-
great."
I
Seems like a
mean,
very. It seems like an elbow or something. You know what I mean?
I don't know, dude.
My final advice is the only thing, because it's got creepy as I was reading it, but then I was like, is this because she's kind of making it creepy as she's writing it?
That's what I'm saying,
But
right?
this is the thing. Even in her own words, she says, this is the only thing that I have that I thought was weird after like 5 years of dating. You
The
know?
fact that the mom said it was creepy makes it creepy.
Well, it
Right,
seems like she
yeah.
was just like, okay, okay.
That's not how they
Because
are.
exactly,
But it was
the
one
mom would have known about the
situation.
body dysmorphia bullshit, and if
She
that
might
was
have
normal
not,
in
though.
England.
might
She
not
might
have.
have not, though.
But,
That's the
okay,
whole thing.
my final
And then
advice-
he keeps on
I'm not
doubling
buying
down
it.
on it, and even the mom's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I'm not
You know what I
buying,
mean?
especially
and
since
even
the
he's
mom
like,
wasn't into
"No,
it.
like you don't understand. She was like almost like cut herself one day, and you didn't see it."
No, but my final advice
because
is-
some guy told her she looks like trash. You know, what I mean? You're like, okay, whatever.
Mom, she was bulimic. You didn't know because you were drinking bodega wine and
Yeah,
snorting
all
Oxycontin the
all
whole
these
time.
things,
She had an
man.
eating
Honey,
disorder.
all these
Your
things,
daughter, my daughter can
all
get
these
fucked by
things that
everyone.
happened in Indiana where this was written.
Linda
from.
was going to kill herself because of her weird knees, and you didn't even notice.
Okay.
Talk to your daughter, Mom.
So, my final advice is one, no matter, I don't think that she's cheating with the brother. I agree with Joanne. She talks too much and she's in her head too much. And, yeah. She spent a lot of money going to therapy for no reason. That's my final advice. I mean,
right.
I'm
For
not.
no reason?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah,
that
you got
fucking
your
therapist.
head fucking shrinked.
That fucking
I am an
therapist.
advocate for therapy. Go to therapy.
Oh, not me, dude. Bunch of scammers. Pseudoscience at best. No, especially that therapist. He could have easily in one session been like, yeah, it's a little weird. You know what I mean? But he's like, why don't you come back every 2 weeks and pay me a bunch of money? And I'll go, how does it make you feel to see your brother doing semi-incest?
Mindy, what's your final advice?
I'd say like explore the relationship a little bit more and see whether or not it's really as weird as she like it at first glance.
for 5
It's like been
years.
5 years and like nothing's weird. So yeah, maybe it was just like a one-off and just kind of ask him a little bit more in detail.
Maybe he likes
what was up with
Could
that.
you imagine if he was like,
and he was on something.
Yeah. Or if he was nervous in front of his girlfriend, he's like, I gotta show that I care about women. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm gonna finger bang my sister just to show him I'm a sensitive guy.
yeah.
Sorry, I hit on my sister too much. I was on ecstasy at the family event.
What's your final advice?
I would say, okay, so do you guys know what the Westermark effect is?
What?
No, what's that?
Okay, so that's the reason we're not sexually attracted to our family most of the time, is because you meet someone, or because you're interacting with them before you've sexually developed at all.
Sure.
So, like, I think it's like between the ages of like 0 and 5 or so. If you're like spending a lot of time around this person, you won't have sexual feelings towards them in the same way. Because,
wow.
yeah, so that's like, it's a real thing. Well, it's the reason like women will date older men and then find out it's their dad. That is a real, you can look that up. It's like, it happens from
There's
time to
a
time.
plot in that movie Old Boy.
Oh, because so many
Sister,
dads
but
leave
yes.
their
Yeah,
kids. So
well,
many
enough, but it is a thing where the DNA, like genetically, it'll lead us close
Yeah.
enough.
Wow.
But the Westermark
triad
effect
kept the dad
is like this thing where it's like, oh, within the first like 5 years or whatever.
Yeah.
And so they might have, if they had limited contact.
like the dad left, and you don't know your
And
dad.
so I don't know how the siblings. I don't know anything about the siblings relationship.
Yeah.
Other than the other thing that's weird about I have had 2 cousins that hooked up with each other. They're half siblings.
Is it
first cousin, second cousin?
They're siblings.
Oh,
They're half siblings.
like hooked up, like total sex and everything.
I didn't have a camera.
Or were they
there.
just practicing kissing? Were they practicing how to kiss?
I think you're making this a much more 13 years old than the people in their 20s doing this.
Oh, yeah. It looks like old Dr. Westermark wasn't fucking taking little notes
Well,
that
they
day.
weren't around each other from ages 0 to 5.
So Westermark was he knows his shit. This Westermark.
Here's what I'll say: is my final verdict is
That's wild.
There's a weird thing where there's a lot of porn about step siblings. So maybe take that warning, and if that's the first thing you've gotten, inquire about it.
Wow.
Because he'll be weird if it's weird, and he'll be like, "Oh my god, I totally get why you think this is weird."
Like,
Here's what's actually happening. Because men love to mansplain themselves.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. I would if I was mansplaining this,
was
I would
stuck
bring a
in the
Westermark.
dryer.
I would call it. That sounded fancy as fuck. Bro, if anybody out there wants to mansplain anything on this topic, you use that Westermark. That sounded smart as
Yeah,
shit, dude.
I've been around my sister the whole time. There's no way I think about her hot tits.
Yeah, that's right. Just hands go. Oh, Dr. Johnny Westermark over here.
I just want to get her unstuck out of this dryer.
She was stuck in the dryer.
She was stuck there. What was I supposed to do?
Sure, I was wearing boxers only while I got her out of the dryer. What of it?
No, but actually, I heard this on a podcast, so I assume it's true. The reason the reason that they do a lot of the step sibling shit, and you don't see a lot of on the streaming site, is because a lot of those things will, if it's full on incesty in the title, it'll like bury it in the algorithm.
Yeah. I think it's a legality thing.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
It's and so they'll do that to get past it, but they're actually for people that are freaking into incesty shit. You know what I mean?
So, what's your final advice?
All right. My final advice is you're gonna have to fight fire with this one. You're gonna have to fight fire with
Fuck
fire.
your
with
brother.
You're gonna have to not fuck your brother. You get handsy with a long lost cousin that he's never met. But it's actually just a dude you used to know in school. Maybe a guy who's not even into women. Get like a gay dude friend of yours from college. Tell him
Fuck the dude who wrote that One Direction.
Yeah.
Just bang his sister.
It's here.
Yeah, finger his sister.
It's okay.
Assert dominance, finger his sister.
Let her walk in on you. Like, she's mine
Let
now.
him walk in on his fingering his sister.
But no, I say get a friend of yours that's not really related to you, claim that he is, introduce them, and then you hang out with the sisters, and when they get weird, you get weirder. You know what I mean? He goes for a knee, you start rubbing his inner thighs. You know what I mean? You get he's like, I've always thought my thighs were too skinny. What do you think?
Incest revenge.
He goes low on the family
Ancestry.com.
tree.
That's right.
You go high.
Dude, I say when they go low, we dig a fucking mine shaft, and we get one of those helmets with a light on it, and we go way lower than they can ever go.
And we fuck our cousin.
That's right, or someone who we claim is our cousin, but he's not going to ask for a birth certificate. What's he going to get? Full on Obama birther fucking truther over this?
Cousinship.
Yeah. This is my cousin Ray. He doesn't know. You don't want to
give advice to fuck a cousin.
That's right. No. And I wouldn't do that anyway. Ma'am, if you're out there, don't fuck your cousin. All right? And I'm being serious.
Fuck your cousin if you want. Really show him who's boss.
No. I say fuck a guy who you claim is your cousin, but it really isn't. He's not going to know the difference. He's going to be none the wiser.
Are we leaving the podcast now with incest bidding wars?
Fuck his uncle.
It's again. I'm not telling her to do incest. I'm telling her to do a rando and claim it's incest. He's not going to know the wiser. I'm saying you trick him. You do what the porn sites do to beat the algorithms. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's her stepbrother.
That's right. It's you change the title.
What happens when he doesn't show up on Christmas?
You just be like,
he's at the other family's house.
He was deployed again, and now he's overseas.
He's in Iraq?
Yeah, dude. He's still over there. It's Carrie really wants to fight those fucking Taliban or whoever's in Iraq. And he's just hanging out in Iraq. Yeah, I mean, dude, the government didn't even pay for him to go this time. He's doing it on his own dime, and he really wants to bring democracy to Iraq. So he's there every Christmas, and it's his Christmas present to Iraq, because he keeps giving them democracy every single year. And so that's why my cousin isn't here to grab my thighs unless you start getting handsy with your fucking sister, and then I'm calling him back early from this deployment.
That guy
He's going to show
to
up
Iraq every year being like, what's your present? It's right here.
All right.
I give you some democracy.
I put the dick in democracy.
I'm going to give you the full Dick Cheney. Anyway, I feel we answered those questions perfectly.
Yes, we did.
This has been a great podcast. Thank you so much to our guests, man. Thank you to Joe Camerota. Thank you to David Piccolomini. Thank you to Mindy Wirth. Thank you to all the listeners out there, especially those of you who are in the chat. Thank you to Matt. Thank you to Joel. Thank you to Joanne. Until next week, this is Twisted Cupid Podcast. If you got a question to write it in, write it to I can't say it.
Twisted Cupid
Podcast at gmail.com. Or even better, give us your questions, give us your comments live in the chat every single Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern.
Whoop, whoop.
Until next week, later.